Once you have your practice completed and you have the outline around it, the last step we're going to do is a little bit for the middle ground, and you don't need to do much or complete it, maybe 2 or 3 strips just to practice. But this is what we'll be doing when we get to your final project as well, is creating something in the middle ground just to give your final composition a little bit more than just the focal point. So I'm going to play this time lapse, but what I'm doing is just using a larger strip here, and I'm rolling it um, all the way up, and then I'm flipping it and rolling it the opposite direction to get just kind of one spiral that has 2 different swirls. And then I'm going to glue that down in the background, and I'm just going to do a few of these different sizes in different places just to add, again, a little bit more interest into the composition. One thing to think about with the middle ground is using strips that are shorter or smaller than what you use for your focal point, so that way you can try to create a little bit more depth into it. But this one I used a larger piece, so try to vary and make some larger, some smaller. You could try different designs, so maybe doing a zigzag instead of just swirls. But again, this is a great way to just add that extra dimension to the middle ground. So I'm adding to a couple of different colors, so doing the darker yellow and then the lighter yellow with these swirls. And then once I have a few of these glued down, the last step or the last thing that I do here is just shade a little bit with charcoal to define the bird, make it stand out more. This is optional, you don't have to do it for practice or your final project, but just an idea if you wanted to take it a little bit further. Here's the example of the turtle that has the white charcoal in some highlight areas and then the darker charcoal just to, again, define some areas. So if I go back here, you can see it a little bit more on the turtle with that black charcoal and then the white charcoal on top of the lighter sections.